Charlie's being attacked.
Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game played on Kreide Duel between Kotch playing 5th Panzer and he's going up against Hippie playing 4th UK, currently called This Division Sucks. So yeah, 5th Panzer, pretty good div. Not the best, like 2nd Panzergren is better, for example, but 5th Panzer's still pretty good. In team games it's used more, simply because you can buy a lot of tanks. Whereas in 1v1, your AA isn't as amazing and stuff like that. 4th UK obviously is just, it sucks, right? Why else would I be called that? Anyway, Kreide Duel, I vastly prefer being on the blue side because you get an easier time in Charlie, you get all these buildings, and you get this forest as well. Red gets a tiny little dip here. And in Delta, it's much easier to defend Delta than it is to defend Foxtrot. Because if you get up to here, Foxtrot is lost. Because you can just shoot all the way down here, kill all Red's reinforcements as he's coming in, as blue. For Delta, it's so easy to defend, because there's a big open field here, right? Whereas there's significantly less space here. A big open field here, and just put an ATGM in here, infantry in here, you can have a guy in here, and you can have a guy in here, and you can have a guy in here, and you can have a guy in here. So it's very difficult to take. There's also a hill here, so basically Red has to get all the way up to Golf and then sort of sit here and try and shoot across Delta. But even then, he can't cover this position and this position and this position. So it's very difficult to take Delta. As for Bravo, I think Blue has an easier time in Bravo. Basically, you know, he's got this hill, so he can just poke over the hill and shoot people and go back. Poke over the hill and shoot people and go back. Very easy to do that with Leopards, because they're very fast, and they've got a nice gun on them, and decent armor. So, yeah, he basically gets this, right, and Red would get to here, and then you get this forest, but your reinforcements can get cut because Blue can just park a tank here and shoot all that. So it's very difficult, I think, to play on the Red side. So there are my copes. And yeah, in terms of the matchup, obviously 5th Panzer is better than 4th UK. So Fernspeer go into this front building here. This is airborne forward deployment, something that 4th UK doesn't get. And ground surveillance radar, something that 4th UK doesn't get, to my knowledge. Oh yeah, they get the vehicle one, the Zibby, but they don't get any infantry ground surveillance radar, so they don't have infantry exceptional optics, which these guys do. So yeah, exceptional optics there, so he can basically see guys in here. Jaeger Aufklärer behind to take this, because he gets that as well. And just 2 Sicherungs here, so West German Sicherungs don't have an AT, East German ones do, and they're called the same thing, which is kind of annoying, but there it is. So yeah, Sicherungs. When they're stood still, they get good optics. 1 CV for Alpha Delta, and then presumably Golf, Charlie, whatever. And then, yeah, a Jaguar 2, Leopard 2A3, a Leopard 2A3, a Gepard, and 2 Roland 3. So he's very much expecting me to buy a bunch of helicopters or something. Switching to my deployment, I'm buying a bunch of helicopters or something. So I've got a Phantom to protect my helicopters. This thing is trash. And then we've got a Recon Helo. Right, oh, I forgot about these. So there's 1 Jaeger Aufklärer and 2 Lux. So it's kind of weird that basically this is where the fight happens. Because if you're on the Red side, you always want to take Bravo. So he's very much underestimated or underappreciated how important the Bravo fight is here, because he's just put 2 Lux and 1 Jaeger Aufklärer. In the meantime, I'm obviously sending a lot more there for the reasons I just described. So yeah, Phantom, and then Gazelle Scouts, so they're quite fast, but they only have 4 HP, so they die in 1 hit to a Fliegerfaust, for example. So the idea is, I want Bravo. I can get Bravo if I put a guy in here to stop the guy from sending the tanks and whatnot and shooting all my reinforcements. I'm also trying to rush Charlie, but there's a Fernspeer going there, and these guys are way better, right? Because they've got, for starters, they've got MP5s, which are incredible, but also the special forces and whatnot, and this is just a 4-man scout squad. So keep in mind, you know, obviously they're more expensive, right? They're more than twice the price. my transport's more expensive and whatnot. Anyway, Motrai scouts, and this is the middle point. So I figured if he's sending a Fernschwer, he would get here before me. And I've only got recon forward deployment. I don't have any airborne forward deployment, so he starts further forwards than me. So yeah, scouts there. Scouts for golf. So that's pretty aggressive, but I figured it was possible. And then a Helarm to sort of shoot guys coming down here. And then a Motorized rifles for golf as well. And then a Helarm for Charlie. A striker for here, just to shoot down there. Right, the striker's sort of like a Jaguar 2, except the Jaguar 2 is just way, way, way better for 15 more points. It's got more... Oh, wow, it says 20 more points. Incredible. More armor, more accuracy, more pen. I think I'm a little bit faster. I think I might be 10 kilometers an hour faster or something. Yes, I am. Anyway. Yeah, Helarm striker for just for the edge of Charlie, basically. And then a Helarm for Bravo to assist the Chancellor. And I also bought a rocket plane, which is not featured here, because if the enemy opens helicopters, this thing is just terrible at dealing with them, because it's got no gun. Whereas the Jaguar has guns, and it's actually got the same... Because only this missile can shoot helicopters. The Jaguar's got 2 of these as well. Sadly, mine's only 2 availability, unlike his rocket plane, which is 3 availability. And then we get a supply, Assault Pioneer, Motorized rifles, regular rifles, and a Dark Fire. So this thing is Britain's best AA, and it's still very bad. But it's got nice accuracy, it's just the range is really not great. So if you fly over it, it tends to be that you get hit, but it tends to be that you don't fly over it. So, yeah, let's cast the game. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joining the channel. They get their names on the screen, they spot the looks and then lose them because this helicopter automatically goes on low altitude for some reason, even though I didn't tell it to. One join at the lowest levels with 2,000 views, and yeah, I tried to get those looks there, but I settled for the Jäger Aufklärer, which is probably a better kill, actually, in terms of points. In the meantime, the looks got slowed down a bit, and so that gave me time to land my gazelles. I landed this guy here, and then I didn't go in the same building, which I should have done. But in the meantime, I fire a law at that Jäger Aufklärer, but I've only got 31% accuracy, and that's not enough this time. So, and then I shoot this at him, and we hit it, but he got out in time. So the the Jaguar, because he had these on attack move, they missed the second missile, because as soon as I left the range, it started moving, whereas if he hadn't done that, it would have kept tracking for 2 seconds. So I know he's got AA coming, but I figure, what the hell, I can just get one more Helarm off on him or something like that. And so I hit him, which is great, and then I shoot again, right? Okay, the accuracies are sort of all over the place there, but it is about 60%. Anyway, the Roland's one-shot me, but there's 2 of them and a Gepard, so, you know, it wasn't going to go well anyway. All my infantry, I realised, okay, well, he's only got 3 guys here for some reason, so I unload the Mott rifles, but sadly, auto-cover takes precedence over the attack command, so he would rather move into cover than he would shoot. In the meantime, as you can see my striker here, so we shoot at him, and we actually kill him there, so that was quite fortunate. I think I got a crit or something. I think I got a crit, because it died in 2 stages, so I think I got a crit there, so that's quite lucky. We do miss the Roland, but hey, we already had our luck, so and then he gets us with 1 shot there, so obviously that's less lucky, but we got a crit, that was kind of lucky, so interesting game, Warno. Anyway, as you can see, I don't open CVs, because on this map, everything's a +1, so why would I open CV? Doesn't make any sense. In the meantime, I realise, oh, there's nobody here. So I move up the Helarm, but I don't know, these helos have this habit of going on low altitude when I tell them not to, so sadly, you know, we do try and shoot at the Führungs, but then we like lose vision apparently, and then it kind of double shoots, and then he gets out, so it's a shame. If this had actually not gone on low altitude at the start, I actually would have been able to see him without moving, and then maybe it would have fired. Maybe I would have got him, or I might have missed again, so, you know, it's what it is. So I've got the scouts here, and I see the Fernschwer get in this building. And then I should have moved this to here, really, just to keep him a bit safer, but it's not a very thick forest, right? You can basically see right through it. It's not ideal. In the meantime, though, I've got this, which is huge. Entire games are fought for Red to get control of this little forest here. Like, you can just spend 30 minutes trying to do that, and I've started with it because he only put 3 units here. So, a big mistake from him. He is healing up his Leopard and whatnot. He's got fuel and ammo turned off, so he's just repairing it. Because he doesn't want to spend, what is that, 504 divided by 42 worth of supply to get that one round back. But yeah, turning off fuel is always a good idea, frankly. Makes your supply go a lot further. So I bought some cheapo tanks. Bought a Chieftain Mark 6 and then 2 AVRE 105s. And I brought up the Darkfire as well. So the issue with these tanks is that they're super slow, whereas his are really fast. Anyway, just clips me with the Gepard there and almost gets me. And then this Alouette, I don't know, I just couldn't shoot it. So he just sits there kind of looking at me for the whole game, but my AA couldn't shoot it. I do bring a Javelin up here at some point. I'll remember to look back on that. So anyway, with the CV, I went Echo Foxtrot Golf, and then I bought another one for Bravo. And then I make a very crucial mistake at this point. So, you know, the 105s, right, we see him sort of staging here. I've got the recon and whatnot. I buy an RT piece because I figure, what the hell, he's in a tiny little forest that I can't miss. I don't think he's in the corrected shot. No, I think he is, actually. Anyway, the AVREs, you know, they're not amazing, but they're kind of cheap. Thing is, this is kind of cheap as well. It's actually cheaper, and it's better. But the idea behind these is that they've got a lot of HP. Anyway, the scouts miss, again. We've got a lot of that going on here. And then, yeah, I'm trying to retreat into the forest, but I didn't realise why. What the heck? There's no escape. There's no escape. This forest is just too small, so it doesn't really seem to matter where I go. I'm trying to get into this corner. In the meantime, the arty's hitting now, and you know he's very clumped up, and he's actually reversing into it. So we hit him a bit. I had some mortars as well for smoke and whatnot. So we hit him there. It's a 4-shot salvo, and we do get the Gepard. Sadly, everybody else survives, but we got good damage. I bought the mortar for smoke, because I assumed I'd be fighting here, so I wanted that smoke mortar. In the meantime, trying to accomplish things, but really struggling. And then, you know, these tanks are so slow, which means they turn slower as well. So I'm trying to take out the Leopard 1, but I didn't know this was here. By the time I see it, it's too late, right? So he side shots me, and then the Marder 1A2 Milan kills me with its autocannon. My side armor's like, well, it's 6 on that one, but this is not the same tank, so I'm not sure what it is. In the meantime, I've got the Javelin, but he's actually moved the Alouette back, and I'm trying to shoot him with the Helarm, but the Gepards are really, really good against these Helarms. Leopard 1A5 goes down to the rifles. And, yeah, so I shoot the Roland 3 with my Chieftain, but because of its 2 armor and smoke, it actually survives. Then I shoot the Gepard, but because of its 2 side armor, it survives, so because that was a side shot, so... Yeah, Chieftain moment. I don't know, it's just not very good. Hey, but hey, I hit everything, I just didn't do anything, so... so then I reverse very, very, very slowly, and keep in mind that because he hit me, my cohesion's gone down. I started getting shot here, so I figured that there's a guy in here seeing me, but I guess it must have been this guy seeing me more, because, I mean, obviously he's closer. He's got less powerful optics, this is exceptional, because of the GSR. This is very good. Anyway, you know, I bought this RT piece. Usually I prefer the heavier self-propelled RT pieces, but I learnt this strat off Lathan's, and this is what he brings, because otherwise you can't make the slots work, because you can't bring 2 of the heavier one, and you lose a lot of momentum. So I just bring this and spend the whole game towing it, which is obviously a pain in the neck, but and it does make me lose stuff. But it's either that or only having 1 howitzer, so sort of have to do that. Anyway, that whole salvo didn't accomplish much, just a little bit more damage. Trying to kill the Unimogs was what I was going for, but there's no point really. They only carry 500 supply. If you can get a man-cat, which he does bring, that's a lot more useful, because that's like 1500. Might even be 2000, but no, I think it's 1500. So I figure, what the hell, I've got the Mortar, I might as well use it. I know where he is, it's just this doesn't do anything. So look, I guess, you know, if it hits, it does something, but not a huge amount, and like, so like, that's full of explosives, but, you know, landing right on him and just not really doing much of anything. So, obviously it doesn't really do anything, but if you're literally not doing anything else with it, well then you might as well. And, you know, I see him staging, right, all these Marder 1A2 Milans, and he's got guys up here, so it's not great. I figure, what the hell, I need to try and, you know, get a guy up to here, but sadly this goes a really dumb way, and this is sort of what we were talking about before with the various positions he can shoot me from, right? So I smoke and then I unload, but I don't know. At least the Milan 2 didn't die. It's just basically because I called it up here and it decided that this was the best route to take. So next time I'll remember to call it here and do it manually. So obviously not ideal. I keep trying to shoot these Unimogs, but it's not very intelligent. I forgot to mention this guy's ranked 20th or something, and I'm ranked like 11th or 15th or something. So it's a very similar skill level game. And he's very, very concentrated on taking Bravo, and meanwhile I'm just trying to do everything. So I've got a bunch of guys here. I'm trying to move up the striker so it can shoot across. Sadly, we don't see that roll on 3. Don't think we'd be able to get it anyway, but certainly can't see it. I'm pretty sure I know he's repairing this, but is that what this is going on? No, I'm trying to shoot over here because I've got corrected shot and I see the looks. I can actually see that, and I don't think he can see me, otherwise presumably he'd be shooting, right? So seems to have got the Heebie. Oh, he saw the round coming, so I should have aimed slightly behind it. Because if you're against a good player, then you should aim behind it, right? Anyway, because it routes, it stops moving, but artillery moment, you know. But we do actually get it, so that's nice. In the meantime, the mortars, I just keep hitting this area because I know he's in there, but you know, so it's not really doing anything, but I don't have anything better to do, and he starts smoking here because he wants to do a big attack. So I wanted to send the motorized scouts over here, but the Leopard 2 seemed to like one-shot the... it might be the Jaguar 2 got me, but... So I miss, he misses... I'm trying to get the other chieftain, but they're so slow, so he gets in position before me, and... You know, I have to smoke him back, because obviously that's a TOW2, and if it hits me, I'm doomed, so... it was going on this one. And then, you know, I miss, and he hits, and then I realize, well, I've got to smoke it. Like, my fire rate is 7. A T-55 shoots faster than this. They used to be the same, but the T-55 got buffed, Lamau. Anyway. So, this div's really kind of hard to play, because other kind of trash spammy divs, like 5th Panzer is a spammy div, you just buy Marder 182s and Leopards, basically. Other spammy divs get tanks that don't go 1 kilometer an hour, and maybe fire a bit faster, right? I say maybe. I don't think there are any slower firing tanks in the game than, I suppose, T-62s fire very slowly. In the meantime, I'm getting hosed down by Marder 182s. And yeah, he's smoking me so that he can get in the zone. So that the AVRE 105s, they're firing, but they don't really do anything. That's not really what they're for. They're for padding, so that your actual tanks can shoot them. But they're not very amazing either. Anyway, we're all trading, and you see that I've got a good stack here, so this is what we meant about padding. The AVRE 105 is the padding, and the Chieftain Mark 11 actually shoots people. The only issue is that the tanks are very slow, 40 kilometers an hour, 35 kilometers an hour. These are going at 70, they're literally twice as fast as me. So, we're trying to do stuff, and we do hit him, but obviously his tank's a lot better than mine. I mean, it does cost more. We do manage to take out Marder 182 Milan there, but we have to smoke, but you see I'm only smoking with one of the 3, because they're all so close together that I'm covering it. I've got Helarms here shooting as well across. And so we hit him for like 1 damage with these, because they're heat. The Chieftain can do a little bit more, but anyway, so he's hitting me, and I'm just sort of becoming useless quite quickly. There's a lot of ATGMs, but I'm killing Marders, which is important. I see the AT playing, and frankly it's time to get out anyway, because everybody's low. I buy an AT, a supply. And then I get the Phantom, which is very bad. And we shoot at him there, and it doesn't do anything. But then he flies back towards me, and then we shoot at him again, and it hits him. Wow. Anyway, it can't fire again apparently. So the Skyflash Super Temp got buffed, but the regular Skyflash didn't. So this is it's not got amazing accuracy, but what can I say? So AVRE 105 obviously loses to Leopard 1A5. Because obviously the cohesion is sort of messing up the base stats here, but you can see it costs twice as much, so obviously it's better. More than twice as much. Is it twice as good? It depends. So the AVRE, obviously, the point of this is that it has quite high armor for its price, whereas the advantage of the Leopard one is that it's got a good gun for its price. It does have less armor. It is faster as well. It's 20 kilometers an hour faster. But you'll note that I've made a huge mistake here. Well, for starters, like, where's that guy going? Home, apparently. But like, why am I not using the dip? I just didn't realise this. Like, what? Why didn't I put something here? So I'm on a +1. I could have been on a +2 all this time. I could have been on 700 points if I just put a CV in here. It could even just be this CV. I wouldn't even have to buy another one. I've got one sat around here not doing anything either. And you see that I've pushed into here because the Jaguar, I think I fired some artillery at it, or the AVRE 105 pushed it back. So I do have some guys here. And I've moved the scouts forwards. I'm trying to just stay in the forest and whatnot. I should have moved this striker up, but I thought the Jaguar was still there, even though obviously it's not. So if I just put the striker here, it would have been able to shoot down there. So that was a bit dumb of me. And you see that I'm sending these motorized rifles all the way around. There's a hill here, so... Yeah, in the meantime, Milan 2 firing at the Leopard. There is a fight happening over here as well. Top players fight in multiple places at once, which makes it kind of harder to cover. I've got 2 RT pieces now, Mr. Vimes, and I'm firing at the Mancat because it has 2,000 supply, and we get it with our 2 RT pieces. So that's the equivalent of 4 Unimogs. That's 1/3 of a card of supply just went up in smoke because he just put it in the open right where I could see it, and that obviously wasn't very intelligent. So Chieftain Mark 11 versus Leopard 2. We both hit each other, but he's going to fire again first because he has a much higher rate of fire than me. You know, it costs more, right? But you see how much faster he moves than me is ridiculous. He's already away. So anyway, the FV432 Milans aren't so bad. 30 points from Milan 1. And the machine gun. The only issue is the bad stealth, so you get spotted and killed easily. So I'm trying to get the heck out of here, but it keeps re-aiming. And anyway, we actually hit that, so that's nice. It's only a Milan 1, so I probably would have lived anyway. So the mortars are blocking my line of sight, and it's clear his objective is to take this, right? So I could have been using my own mortars on this to stop him from shooting, but I didn't because I'm stupid. In the meantime, I did get in over here, right? It's just these guys only have 8 HP and this has 10, so I'm clearly losing. I bought another smoke. I bought a smoke. Like we spoke about this at the start of the game, right? Start smoking all this so that we can try and get in. He's still smoking me here, right? And he's got his own 109. So this is actually the same gun as this, from what I remember. Yeah, it's the FH70. It's just mine is towed and his is self-propelled. So his is a lot easier to control, but mine is cheaper. So that's the trade-off. So I hit this because I figure I'm going to lose the fight otherwise. So I hit him with arty and then I win the fight with 1 HP. Then this is very, very upsetting. This is a very upsetting moment for everybody involved. So that was an extremely, extremely upsetting moment. Thankfully, I've got 10 Guerrillian AA here, so I have a Javelin, a Tracked Rapier, and the Darkfire, which has been upvetted by the CV, so it has 75% accuracy, so that does hit. Although it missed the first one, but at least we got it. In the meantime, he's using my smoke to get close with the Pioneer, which is not great. I've left this on return fire only, and this guy, he does have AT, but he's only got 1 HP. Thing is, we do hit him, but then he just, you know, only got 1 HP, so... in fact, we don't hit him, we missed. Otherwise, you know, he'd take a damage. We missed, but we still got the suppression on him. What can I say? If we'd hit him, we would have killed him, but, you know, obviously if I'd resupplied that so he didn't have 1 HP, we would have killed him. So, in the meantime, I'm trying to do what I always tell people to do, which is to aim for the smoke mortar so he can't just smoke you the whole game and control the map how he wants. He did manage to take this with the power of the smoke. And he's got like fire support here and whatnot. So this was obviously a mistake. My Helarm gets caught out by a Gepard here. The Gepards are very, very good at dealing with these. I do have a lot of Helarms though. And yeah, so he's taken this. It's not ideal. But I'm attacking over here. So that he has force superiority here because I've put quite a lot of points into here. This Milan 2 is not in such a bad spot, but my own smoke is actually messing me up. So in the meantime, I have a Jaguar 2 here. So this is what happened to it. Okay. So yeah, sorry, I have a Chieftain here, and the Jaguar 2 just kills it. So, what can I say? If I was paying attention, I could have smoked him back. I had plenty of time, I guess. But yeah, look, he fires so much faster than me. It's just... And then I get stunned. Very sad. But yeah, I wasn't looking. That's... So, in the meantime, I missed something, right? In the meantime, he sent a Leopard 2 forwards and I shot him with all these FV432 Milans and Strikers, but he made it. He survived on 1 HP, and this is sadly a very popular thing. So, here comes the next Milan. Oh, we got him dead to rights. Oh, we're going to get him. And then smoke. So it's very depressing. I did send a Chieftain up here, and it immediately got side shot and exploded. Like it, for some reason, just showed its side. It's very depressing. I'm not sure why it did that, considering I told it to attack over here, but there you go. F4AT tries to get the Chieftain, and it gets killed by the Javelin, the Darkfire, which is upvetted and whatnot, and the Track Rapier and the Phantom and so on. So that was obviously... I'm not sure why he did that after what happened to the Mega Waffle, but I moved this now because I figure he's got RT on the board. You know, I should probably move this so it doesn't die. This is getting quite stacked up now. I've got a lot of guys. But I am on a +1. It could have been a +2 all this time. I could be on 1,000 and, 140 points right now if I just put a CV here. He can't do anything about it. What's he going to do? Mega Waffle it? It's a vehicle. He'd have to run across here, and I've got all the tanks, so this was really dumb of me. I just wasn't thinking. Right, this is my links. It's not CV, so I could have been on double the points. So learn from my mistakes, please. That's why I'm covering this game, so that you can see this and learn. And I've been pushed out here, but he can't see this because he doesn't actually have any recon. I guess this guy all the way back here can't. Yeah, because it's actually just the LOS tool, right? You can't actually see this. So we're doing all right. His 109 is slowly whittling away these Milans. Like, it's got less than 1 top armor, which is kind of weird for a FV432. I suppose it's because it's got an open top for the Milan. The Chieftain Mark 11 gets shot by the Jaguar 2 when I just wasn't looking, so I keep losing stuff because I can't control everything at once. We're fighting over all 3 zones, right? And my motorized rifles have got back here. But you actually repath this Leopard away from here to go to mid. Motorized scouts should beat Jäger Aufklärer because if my Sterlings are firing, the SMGs actually do quite a bit. And I've dropped some smoke here to cut this fire support, and I'm coming to take this back. So my Chieftains can shoot, his Leopards can't shoot, because of where I've put the smoke, right? If I was just to smoke here, then I wouldn't be able to help. So think about what you're doing, what you're smoking. And he's finding good concentrations of troops wherever he shoots. And that Alouette survives again, because that just, like, plants a rock or something. So he's getting good kills there. Sadly, I've only got 1 mortar, so my smoke coverage isn't perfect. But yeah, I finally realised, 20 minutes into the game, oh yeah, world #1 Warno moment. And as you can see, we can sort of cut his fire support here. The Mega Waffle, he's bought the next Mega Waffle, and now this is an extremely sad day. This is an extremely sad day for everybody involved. There's 5 units there, and now there are none. So then I fire about 10 Guerrillian missiles at him, including fire and forget missiles, and he gets out. So I wasn't particularly pleased about that. Then I do something even dumber. I'm like, okay, roll 3s, 20 seconds to reload. No, they were 20 seconds to reload about a year ago, maybe even 2. So I'm like, you'll still be reloading, and then... oh, man. So I just lose a load of planes for, like, no reason. At least I evac this one, but frankly, this one should have been first, because it's cheaper. And then if that got hit or whatever, then the Roland would still die because the bomber would get it and the rocket plane can't do anything to that. So they were in the wrong order and they shouldn't have been sent anyway. I should have just used the arty because he's not moving them for some reason. Unless he is, like, very slightly. So as you can see, he's trying to hit this, but he doesn't know exactly where it is. Although he interrupted the volley halfway through to make it a more accurate position. Oh, maybe you can see it with this, I don't know, but anyway. So, as you can see, I keep hitting him with all the ATGMs, but he's now smoking me with 3 smoke mortars. And we did manage to get in here, but as you know, everybody died. He's very far away, so... Okay, now he's aiming at the wrong place again. It's weird that it's only firing 2 instead of 4, but... yeah, I'm building up for another go here, and I've finally realised this. I could have been so much higher on the points, so that learn from my mistake, dear viewer. Use the dip. Use the dip. So yeah, the 105s can't really hold up to the Leopard 2A3. I'm trying to hit, like, look, you can see where I've been trying to hit the arty, and it just doesn't do anything. So yeah, he's got a load of low Leopards here, so, like, that was a direct hit, but sadly doesn't do too much. In the meantime, he's trying to move up these Leopards, but I have ATGMs and Chieftains. This Chieftain doesn't have its smoke for some reason. I'm low on supply, so this was a mistake. I should have had more supply. This guy should be moved up to here. These shouldn't all be in the same place. There should be like a couple here. Put this FV432 Milan here. This striker could be round shooting. So, you know, the micro isn't perfect. It's not very good, but I'm also trying to attack here. So I brought up the Sultan. I bought a mortar. I bought another Sultan because I forgot about this Sultan. Very, very sloppy game from me. And yeah, he's still trying to take this out. And at this point, I've got a Motri Scouts here, and I'm getting the Chieftain up now to cover this more effectively. I've got a Phantom circling. He's smoking me again. And yeah, if only this Motri Scouts had been here, I would have seen this, and I would have been able to kill it, because look how low it is. Look how low they all are. He's got a lot of low Leopards there. The Gepards keep messing me up. I bought another Darkfire, because I was like, he clearly likes his planes. He's still got 3 rocket planes to bring out. This will eventually get, you know, cohesioned and routed, I guess, if he keeps doing this. So this is one way to deal with it, like that, you know. But yeah, the Rowan 3s, he didn't move them. And I could see it because of this, so nice kill there with corrected shot and whatnot. Get some foxes. But I didn't, for some reason, I couldn't see this guy. Because of the LOS, like, these two units can't see each other, but he can see this, so that I just saw this get shot, and I was like, whoa. And then I could see him. And I figured, oh, what the hell, I need to shoot that Pioneer, because this, obviously the Pioneer can't shoot this, so all he had to do is click this on that and he would have killed it, but instead I kill his Pioneer, because, you know, he's not doing that. These guys aren't moving, so I could have artied them or whatever, but you see, he actually did get some shots on me as well, and he didn't kill me either, so I suppose it's, you know, fair's fair. These Mott rifles are here, and we get a Fox Milan with a Milan too, even though this was here, so... and yeah, I'm trying to fight these Pioneer Carl Gustavs, but I'm low on cohesion, so he should beat me. And then I hit this and I route it, but sadly, you know, he's got 4 front armor, so it's not going to one-shot it. This would one-shot 2 armor. In the meantime, he's sort of collapsing on this position. There's nowhere to hide, really. My Chieftains, I could have sent these forwards, so this was a bit dumb of me. Why aren't they shooting? I'm struggling because I'm also looking over here, right? So I just lost my fight there. Now my Javelin is engaged because I'm dumb. This guy should basically have been brought up here, because obviously he knows this is here now, so I should have brought it up further into the forest to hide, because if I could see this, it can see me, so I should have brought it up here, and then I would have seen this, which I didn't actually know was there. Anyway, he gets the CV in, and now it's only a +1. And he starts smoking this, because he knows I have it. This is the rocket plane we spoke about. It's got more ECM than mine, and better rockets than mine. And it costs the same. All the Saxons are dying and stuff. We miss him. I'm firing arty at the Gepards, because it was shooting my my stuff. And it doesn't die. So, yeah, you can see all my guys. Finally, my Chieftains are firing, and you see where they... that one gets side shot and dies. I was going to say, where they are, I can shoot this, but others can't shoot me, but I guess not. And, yeah, he's pushing me out. He's killing all my tanks. My tanks are really slow, and in the forest they're even slower, so it's very difficult to disengage, actually. In the meantime, I dropped 2 Milans here, and Spartan MCTs, and the Foxes. I didn't even know this guy was here, which is pretty funny, actually. Even with this, I just couldn't see him. I can't see him right now, even though this is recon. I couldn't see him. So he ends up killing this, basically. And he's pushed me out. And I've not been spending my points because I'm dumb. Rocket plane does get hit by a tracked rapier, actually. And then the dark... Wow. Tracked rapier hit it twice. I guess because he flew right over it, so the accuracy scaling must have been pretty high. And I'm pushing here because he doesn't have much here. My motorized rifles here got taken out, right? But I've got this position, so it's really only this. So I'm just charging in with 10 Guerrillian tank and a striker and whatnot. So get the striker there, and then it can shoot down here. Sadly, my own smoke is actually making this difficult for me, because now he can reinforce, so cuts both ways. And I don't have any... You know, I can't do anything, so I'm just smoking with all these Saxons. And I've got a Helarm back here, 2 Helarms to stop whoever breaks through. Mega WAFFLE. That's going to become important later. And the Leopard 2A3, you know, I shoot it with 2 tanks, so I guess I get it. So I got my motorized scouts up here. My chieftain gets hit, sadly. It's a bit dumb of me, really. I'm trying to get the motorized scouts in this building so I can get the Leopard 2s. And I'm going to side shot him. And I do side shot him. And then I kill it. So, you know, that's good. He's got a Leopard 2 A3 in here. And they do beat my tanks in isolation, but I have many. We are many. Sadly, these are heat rounds, so that the damage doesn't go up the closer he gets. So I'm doing 1 damage to him no matter what. Anyway, then I bring in 3 rifles, and that Mega WAFFLE's still circling. This smoke has been incredibly counterproductive. Searching for a target, because it doesn't do anything to armor, basically. These AVREs are not doing much. And then the rifles, of course, very, very good against armor, with the Lore 80. Very, very good against armor. Not as good as an Appalachian, but still very good. And so the rifle's cleaning them up. And the Mega WAFFLE's found its target. So this is a very, very sad day. Close your eyes, it's too much to bear. And we lose 4 more units there, because I'm really smart. And then everybody misses, because I'm bad as well, apparently. So, gets out. In the meantime, I've taken this, so I'm on a +3 now. The smoke has faded because I've stopped firing it. And, you know, I've got 10 Guerrillion ATGM here, which is enough to sort of block him off. He sends forward, so this is very funny, right? So, you'd assume that I'd shoot first, because, you know, I'm facing, I'm not moving, whatever. So I'm aiming, and you see I'm aiming first, but then his bar fills up faster than mine or something. So we end up shooting at the same time. And then we both get each other. At least I didn't miss, that would have been dumb. But yeah, so I lost that, and then you might as well figure, well, send this to here. But because of what was happening here, I decided to send it to here, because I expected the Sultan to die, and I needed this tank here because of these leopards and whatnot. Its motorized rifles should have been in a nice spot. But anyway, he's like trying to shoot other things, so I get the first shot, but then he hits me as well, and then he drives into my smoke, and with the minimum range, he can't actually shoot this Sultan. So this is pretty funny. Over here, we basically got that, but then I use the chieftain to hit him because he's trying to shoot this, right? So I get behind him, but then he gets behind me, takes out my chieftain there, and gets an Iltis into this corner. The AVREs and whatnot are no match for the Jaeger Aufklärer, although it seems he's run out of ammo, so I guess we're going to get him. And then I buy some more infantry, and he gets the first one. These I'm just running away, because they don't have smoke or anything. And then the rifle misses. And then the rifle misses. And then the Helarm misses. Okay, whatever. So he gets the CV back in here, but, you know, that's obviously not particularly tenable position. We're starting to hit his guys. There was apparently an Alouette there. And, yeah, so the Leopard's still running away. We do have some rounds remaining, right? But this is out of ammo, and apparently only got 1 hit. Does happen. So, yeah, we've sort of shut him out of here. And side shot on that, which is why it died. It's got 2 vet, right? So high accuracy, but low HP, so it goes down really fast. And yeah, we can't hurt this man because this guy doesn't have any ammo and these guys don't have AT, so I'm not sure what I'm doing. Apparently you can see that Saxon. So I put the CV back in here to give us the +2. This one got pushed out. He's got quite a few there, but he can't get in because I've got people here, so, you know, although the Milan 2, I think he's out of ammo. He does have a Panzer Grenadier there. And then he surrenders. Figures with the time he has left, presumably he can't catch up. So, really cool game on the kills, right? So, I'm rank 10. I've been playing a lot of 4th UK, and somehow I'm still rank 10, so it's not a good division, though, frankly. And this is Kotch, right? And he's rank 24, with a similar number of games, 2,400, 2,600, right? You know, there's like 81 ranked games this season compared to 83 ranked games this season. So very similarly matched players, similarly ranked players as well, right? 81% win rate, rank 24, 83% win rate, rank 10. So and a very similar KD. So yeah, the div, it can work. It can work. It's a very bad div, but it can work. But yeah, man, these mega waffle kills, man. There was a lot of waffling going on, and that was only one of them. So this one got 8 units. This Leopard 2A3 got a lot, and this one got 3. So 11 units lost to waffles. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video, and I'll see you in the next one. GG.